let's take a quick look at some of these sourcing and syncing of field devices. Now, what people were getting confused with was the AC and the DC when we added DC to the lab. So remember, you can source and sync AC and DC. Just keep your modules separate, your AC modules and your DC modules separate. Okay, and then you want to remember that when you're doing your DC sourcing and syncing, you want to use an external power supply. Do not use the power supply built into the PLC. That doesn't provide enough amps. That power supply is for producing backplane voltage. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do these. I've got a couple of voltage sources here, and let's go ahead and make this one the VAC source, and we'll go ahead and make this the VDC source. Okay, so we have AC and DC. And then I guess we can do this AC in, and we'll call this AC out. And we'll call this DC in, and we'll call this DC out. And so remember, if you have a rack with 13 slots, let's say, you can have a variety of multiple inputs, multiple outputs, AC or DC, whatever works for you. So on my AC in, assuming I got that we'll do hot and neutral, and my DC I'll go plus and minus. Okay, so the first thing we need to do on the input module here is sync it, and on the output module here, what we need to do is source it like that. Okay, so on the DC module, what we need to do is we need to sync it. And then the output module, we need to source it. So I guess we'll pull this across here, and hopefully that'll be out of our way enough. Okay, so we've run AC and DC modules sunk and sourced. So we have an AC limit switch, that's an input. So I can come right here, put my limit switch, 1 LS. I've got an AC push button. So I guess I can go here with 1 PB. And then those are my two inputs. And so if this is common, these have to go back to hot. I'm just swinging around there. There's hot. Okay. On my AC out, it says I have a contactor. And it says I have a pilot light. How about red? Okay. And then these have to go back to neutral. So I guess I can grab maybe my neutral from over here, I guess. Doesn't matter where I grab it from, as long as I've got a current loop back. So once again, I can add multiple AC devices and multiple DC devices on the same rack. I have a DC proximity switch. This was black. My brown is my voltage, because it's common there. So I need to get plus over there. And then that's my brown. And then my blue is common. So this would be my blue wire. Hook up a 3-wire prox. And then it says I have an AC or a DC push button. So maybe I'll put that one up here. 2 PB. And that needs to, because I have a common here, it needs to go back to plus. So I can just run it around like that to my common. On my DC, I have a motor starter, 1 MS. And because that's voltage, I need to bring this around to negative. And there I have multiple AC and DC field devices connected